Okay, so we're diving into the world of entrepreneurship today, like the really high-stakes stuff.
Yeah.
The Grammys of Entrepreneurship. They call it the Great British Entrepreneur Awards.
Yeah.
And there's this company making waves in a sector you might not expect.
Right.
And we're going to find out why they're turning heads.
It's interesting with these awards because it's not just about celebrating success, it's like they're recognizing the future, the big players. Past winners include companies like BrewDog.
Oh, wow.
My Energy names everyone knows now.
Yeah.
But they started small.
Exactly.
And this is what makes these awards so interesting, I think.
Yeah, and this year, a company called MCFM Global.
Okay.
They've been shortlisted.
Wow.
Which puts them in the running alongside some really impressive companies.
Right.
But what's interesting is they're bringing innovation to an industry we don't always associate with cutting-edge thinking,
Yeah.
Facilities management education.
Really fascinating.
But we'll unpack that.
It's a big deal for them, especially considering the competition is really fierce.
Right.
Like, the shortlist this year represents almost £3 billion
Wow.
in combined turnover. So that tells you the kind of level MCFM Global is operating at.
That's wild. So who is MCFM Global?
Okay.
And what are they doing that's got everyone talking?
Well, they're based in the east of England.
Okay.
But their reach is global. They specialize in facilities management education.
Okay.
But they're not just another online course provider.
Right.
They're going beyond the basics with specialized programs in areas like mobilization and transformation.
Mobilization and transformation. Okay. I have to admit, I'm not really up on my facilities management jargon.
Sure.
What do those terms mean?
Oh,
Why
yeah.
are they important?
Mobilization transformation in facilities management, it really refers to that strategic process of adapting to change.
Okay.
It's about constantly looking at how buildings and resources are managed, and often means big changes involving, technology, sustainability practices, even organizational culture.
Oh, wow. So it's about future-proofing facilities.
Yeah.
And making sure they can adapt to the evolving needs of businesses and organizations.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And MCFM Global is right there at the forefront of educating professionals on how to navigate these complex changes.
So you mentioned they're not just another online course provider.
Right.
What makes their approach to education stand out?
I think one thing that really sets them apart is the emphasis on bringing in experts from different fields.
Okay.
You'll find courses taught by everyone from procurement specialists to behavioral psychologists.
Wow.
So it's really a multidisciplinary approach.
Yeah.
And it highlights something crucial about their philosophy.
Okay.
Facilities management isn't just about bricks and mortar.
Right.
It's about people, too.
Yeah.
And understanding how they interact with their environment.
That's really interesting. So it's a more holistic view of facilities management, recognizing that the human element is just as important as the technical stuff.
It's becoming increasingly important in the industry. There's a real growing recognition that a successful facility hinges on creating spaces that are not only functional, but also good for well-being and productivity.
It makes you wonder if this reflects a broader trend in education as a whole, where soft skills and interdisciplinary thinking are becoming more and more valuable.
You've hit the nail on the head. You're seeing this shift in all sorts of sectors. Employers want professionals who can adapt to complex challenges and, collaborate across different disciplines.
That's fascinating. So MCFM Global is really preparing people for this new landscape.
Yeah.
Not just teaching the technical nuts and bolts.
Exactly. And it's not just about these broad trends either. They're adaptable to specific industry needs as well.
Right.
They offer bespoke courses, workshops, and they tailor their teaching to the unique challenges faced by different organizations.
So we've got this picture of a company that's forward-thinking, adaptable.
Right.
And committed to a more holistic vision of facilities management education.
Absolutely.
But there's something else about MCFM Global that I found really interesting.
Right.
Their commitment to social impact.
Yeah.
And this is where things get really interesting.
Go on. Their social impact model is really something else.
Yeah. Tell me more about that. What makes it so unique?
Well, they've partnered with this organization, B1G1.
Okay.
And it's not just like a one-off donation thing. It's baked into how they do business.
Oh, wow. So how does it work?
So basically, for every single course someone signs up for MCFM Global, they donate 5% to projects that support quality education and health and well-being.
That's amazing.
And these are projects in communities around the world that really need it.
I love that. It's so tangible you can really see the impact.
Exactly.
It's not just like they're writing a check at the end of the year and hoping for the best.
It's directly tied to their success.
Right.
The more successful they are, the more they can give back.
Exactly. It's like this positive feedback loop.
And it speaks to a larger trend, I think. More and more businesses are realizing that it's not enough to just say you're socially responsible.
Right.
You have to actually walk the walk.
Yeah, and make it part of your core values.
Exactly.
It makes you wonder, could this model be applied to other industries as well?
Absolutely. I think the beauty of it is its adaptability. Imagine a future where every industry had these kinds of measurable social impact metrics built in.
It would be incredible.
Right. It could really change the way we do business for the better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's so inspiring to see a company like MCFM Global leading the way.
And on that note of setting an example, you mentioned earlier they're CPD accredited.
I did. Can you explain what that means for listeners who might not be familiar with the term?
Of course. So CPD stands for Continuing Professional Development.
Okay.
It's a globally recognized standard.
Got it.
And basically being CPD accredited means that MCFM Global's courses have met these really strict quality criteria.
Huh.
They're designed to deliver real, tangible value to the people taking them.
So it's like a stamp of approval.
Exactly.
Telling our listeners that MCFM Global is the real deal.
Yes. And it shows their dedication to staying up to date with industry trends, making sure their content is relevant and impactful.
So to recap, we've got MCFM Global.
Yeah.
A company that's not just innovating in their field.
Right.
But also showing a deep commitment to social impact.
Yes.
And maintaining these high standards.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's no wonder they've caught the eye of the great British Entrepreneur Awards.
Right.
But being shortlisted for an award like this, it's more than just recognition, isn't it?
It's a huge deal. It really speaks to their potential for future growth and their influence in the business world.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're being considered alongside some of the UK's most ambitious and successful entrepreneurs.
It's like they've created this amazing system where their success helps them do more good in the world.
Right.
And that commitment to social impact just makes them even more successful.
It really challenges that old idea that businesses have to choose between making money and making a difference.
Yeah.
MCFM Global is showing everyone it doesn't have to be one or the other.
Exactly. They're proving you can do both.
That's showing other companies how to do it too.
So inspiring.
Yeah.
So we've talked about MCFM Global's fresh approach to education.
Yeah.
Their dedication to quality and their really unique social impact model.
It's impressive.
What does all this mean for our listeners?
Good question.
What's the takeaway?
Well, for anyone working in facilities management or thinking about it as a career, MCFM Global is definitely a company to keep your eye on.
For sure. They're shaping the future of the field.
Absolutely. And even for those of us who aren't in facilities management, I think the big takeaway is the power of purpose-driven business. MCFM Global's story shows us that businesses can be a force for good. And that making social impact a core part of how you operate is a win-win for everyone.
It's a good reminder that success isn't just about the bottom line.
Exactly.
It's about making a positive impact on the world.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's about making a positive impact. And that's what I want to leave you with.
Okay.
As you encounter different businesses and organizations, think about the effect they have beyond what they sell. Are they helping to build a better future? Are they driven by a larger purpose?
That's what MCFM Global makes us think about.
Exactly, looking beyond the surface.
Because the way we do business affects everything around us.
Well said.
This has been a great deep dive. Thanks for joining me today.
My pleasure.
And a huge congratulations to MCFM Global on their nomination. We're excited to see what they do next.